The vision of Trtc is connected to the vision and mission of Teachers College. Teachers College was founded 126 years ago to serve the children of New York City and to especially support the children who are least well served by schools and social institutions. So TRTC, in carrying forward that vision, really aims to prepare teachers who can be advocates for children, who are definitely intellectuals, who see teaching as meaningful and thoughtful and complex work, and teachers who are committed to being socially just, to ensuring that our society is better for children especially.
It was really, for me, mainly about the vision and the mission of TRTC. It was the only program that I was accepted to and that I knew of that had a very clear commitment to social justice, that social justice was an integral part of education, particularly this kind of education. It was very clear in outlining that social conditions were a part of the factors that play out in young people's lives and in the families that we work with in an educational setting, particularly in an urban setting. With that clearly stated from the get-go, it felt right, because that's something that I believe in as an integral part of the work, that this is work about social justice as much as it is about education or anything else.
I definitely wanted a program that was going to help me stay in New York City. I loved that it had a residency component. That was, I think, a big thing that stood out, was having the opportunity to teach and be in a classroom before, I did my studies. I didn't want to just go to school, learn about teaching, just learn theory and not practice. And I think that the TRTC program really melded both the practice and the theory together, which really stood out to me.
Our partnerships are distinguished by the learning communities that we create. So we try to support mentor teachers and their residents become communities by engaging them in co-planning and co-teaching. And we engage our mentor teachers in professional learning communities so that they are not just learning with us, but also learning with and from one another. And we try to focus on this whole idea of community, which means that people have voices, that people participate, that there is space for thinking and voicing opinions. I would venture to say that most partnerships are more instrumental, that folks have roles and everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, and we do that as well. But at the same time, I think we always try to focus on the fact that we are a community of professionals.
There was a big focus in TRTC on developing units and lesson plans in teams, which was really new for me, because even though I came from the corporate field, and you were used to going into meetings and you had teams for this and teams for that, you weren't really sitting there and working on the nuts and bolts of what you were doing with other people. And it actually prepared me when I walked into my school and things started to change in terms of how teachers work and plan for their curriculum. I felt that once I walked into the classroom, I was better prepared to address the needs of all those students.
You got to spend an entire year with one teacher, and so that was really great, because it was kind of like this progression of, I first did a lot of observation in the class with my mentor teacher, and then we kind of did a gradual release, and then by the end of the school year I had taken over one class and was kind of leading it on my own. And what was really phenomenal about my mentor teacher is that we had a great relationship where I felt comfortable asking her questions at the end of a class. We would give each other feedback, we would debrief immediately. We were always lesson planning and always coming up with engaging, student-centered activities to do.
They truly get the opportunity to participate in the school community at every single level. They not only get the chance to write and implement curricula, but they also get a chance to participate in advisory programs, in work that we do with our parent community, in fundraising work even with our school. They learn how to adopt and implement our grading system. They get to sit in on grade level meetings and curriculum meetings and lesson plan design meetings, and so the time commitment and the level of participation really gives them the chance to get to know all the ins and outs and different features of our school community.
We have a great group of residents who are teaching in New York City schools, and they're not just surviving and hanging in there, they're thriving and doing some amazing things. So they are engaged in curriculum development, they are doing research, they have project-based learning going on, they are being active in their communities, they're making changes in their schools, they're being leaders from within the classroom as well as at the school building level. So I think that sort of in their daily actions, the fact that they continue to be dedicated, caring, committed, energetic teachers tells me that they're doing what I hoped, what we all hoped when we started working with them.
One way in which my views have changed about teaching since being part of the program is just really having a lot more faith and confidence in what we do. And it's going back to the point about community. There really is a community, a network of educators in schools and colleges throughout the country that are really doing phenomenal work. And so I take inspiration from them all the time, and it really pushes me to keep going.
Public school is very near and dear to my heart. I see it as a form of social justice because I truly believe that education is not a privilege. It's an investment in our society, in our future, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that future. I want to be able to show our students the world of possibilities that are out there and how they can actually make those possibilities a reality. So in terms of my commitment, it's really thinking about different ways that I can make that happen, whether it be through teaching, through coaching. I don't know what the future of my career holds, but I do know that I intend to make it a long-term thing.